Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, September 13th. A quick reminder that I will be out most of the day. I will be able to check in on the Discord channel, but I won't be actively trading today. So just a little reminder there. Take a look here at our S&P futures. You can see we are pushing back up. If you head over to investing.com, you'll see that we are sitting up a half point or more across all four indexes here this morning. Meanwhile, the VIX is taking a little bit of a tumble. But I will be very cautious about this. The VIX, although it is down here this morning, it is still at a little bit more elevated of a level than what we have been seeing. Typically, so we have these few candles down. And I know, Mattis has to drink water while we're on here. Hey, Mattis, come here. Come. It's the thing. So just keep that in mind. What does it mean, here in trading for us this week? Well, I would say let's be a little bit more cautious here today. Make sure we get to see that follow through, that we hold these gains coming back up, testing the 20 on the futures. We didn't quite come back and test the 50. We also have options expiration on Friday. And we had noticed this pattern, and it was put out on Twitter. A lot of people had noticed that right around options as expiration is when we come back and have these little dips. So that's definitely something for us to pay attention to, and we will watch for that. But overall, a nice recovery here this morning. Infrastructure still on tap. So let's hop into a few charts. Several of these are ones that you are going to recognize from last week. In fact, a lot of these are the exact same place from last week because Friday didn't really pan out. But that doesn't mean that the chart itself is broken. It means it wasn't ready then. Alcoa, though, was definitely one we could have taken, right? Look at this. We had a nice little gap up. So Alcoa, nice march up, took a little break, gapped up, held a really good portion of that gap against a broader weak market on Friday. I think Alcoa looks fantastic, and I still like the 10, 15, 50s in Alcoa. All right, ASO popped up on our scan that we did last Friday. I had so few that actually came up worth a while on any of those scans, but I do like ASO. It's a little bit red here this morning. Really big move after earnings, right? Looks like a pretty decent miss, and then they pushed all the way back up. And look at this continuing on, nice long tail, again against a broader weakened market. ASO was looking pretty good. I like the 45s here, the 10, 15, 45s. Along with that, the other one that popped up for a scan was EA. Electronic Arts. Now, this may have been also in sympathy with Apple being the courts ruling against Apple for those developer in-purchase, in-app purchases. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, so several of the gamings took a nice move up, but look at this nice EA Sports, and it's continuing on here this morning. It's inside this upper wick. Pretty decent resistance level here, just above the 147, so keep that in mind. However, if we continue to see that follow through here, I would take a look at those 145s and 150s. 150s in particular have quite a bit more volume than open interest than normal. Okay. Sorry, actually, I put AA on my list twice here this morning. That's pretty funny. All right, Facebook was on our list last week. Still like this little channel. Now, we did pop out of it before the market kind of gave those gains up, and it took Facebook right with it. But I still love this little wedge that we have here, and I like anything over the open from Friday. Right now, Facebook is sitting up just a little bit, 382.29. So like it up over that 380, and I would watch the 380s or the 385s there in Facebook. Of course, I'm talking about all October expiration at this point. Apple, with that news against the in-app purchases, Apple took quite the tumble, right? And it's on a bit of a discount here. I would watch this for a reversal play back up through yesterday's close. As of right now, I think it's sitting inside that candle at 150. The next area to enter would be up over the 150.80, which is the 20 moving average there. So keep an eye on the 150s and 155s in Apple. Really like that here for a day trade. Again, we need to see the follow through on this. DraftKings was on our list from Friday. Coming right back to it. We had a bearish candle in it, caught a nice level, looking for that move right back up. We had football start last Thursday, and then over the weekend saw a lot of commercials for gaming, not DraftKings in particular, but just across the board. So we'll see if we get a nice reversal in this. I like the pattern. We came up and did the same thing here. We came up and kept hitting the same level, big break, same level, and we had some pretty bearish candles in there too. So don't let that spook you out. This is still a good idea. We just have to let it come back and come to us. And I really do like it here up over 64.20. And in DraftKings, I would be watching the 65s. Of course, Moderna, right? Look at this. Up, break, up, break. We'll see if we get another upward candle. Just very nice. The market came back with the market, but held in very high in this candle. I like the look of Moderna, and I would watch the 450s or 460s. We'll see which ones pick up that volume. NVAX, look at this. It just got pummeled here on Friday. Just looking for a reversal trade back up through the 20 in NVAX. I would watch the 250s. Moderna definitely the stronger of those vaccine stocks. Lulu last week had amazing earnings, and look what it did on Friday. We actually talked about this quite a bit on Friday. This candle, it did dip into that gap, but held so much of that big old gap from earnings and then put in again against a broader weak market. Lulu came right back up and said, you know what, I kind of like it up here. I think I might stay a while. I'm watching the Lulu 430s. I really like the continuation in that. Match, also from Friday. Oh, if I can get this in here. There we go. Match, also from Friday. Look at this move against the broader market. Big volume came right back into this. So it had, I don't know what the news was here. I honestly can't remember. But big old gap. Look at that. Held inside the candle. Pushed up. Took a really big leap on Friday. So I'd be a little bit more cautious of that. We want to make sure we hold. If we test those highs, I would probably be a little bit more leery about holding it overnight, because this area seems to be more normal. Market action up to about 167. Like Match, I like the 165s and the 170s there in Match. I'm having chart troubles this morning. NVIDIA. You know what? Looking at this chart, you would have had no idea that there was any abnormal market activity on Friday, right? Came back in, touched the 8, pushed up just a little bit. Nothing super exciting, but touched and pushed up a little bit. Some of the chips did have a little bit better of a move on Friday against some of the other sectors. But look at this nice little move. Nice consolidation area here. I like anything above the close on Friday, and I would watch the 225s in that. And Peloton, oh my goodness. I have a feeling some shorts got really bruised and beat up there on Friday. Look at that. Came up, almost touched the 200. Settled here at the 50, so I like it over the 50. This is pretty big market action. So I would be a little more cautious about how much I held overnight, as it might look to take a little bit of a rest. But overall, this chart is looking, let me get rid of this, is looking really nice for that move over the 50 and a play to the 200. We could see it can quickly make that in a day, but I would be cautious on that one. But do watch Peloton, and I like the 115s. Affirm. Big move post earnings. They've partnered up with all kinds of companies here, to include Amazon, for buy now, pay later. And look at that move. Just really strong, looking for a pure continued breakout really in AFRM. And I would take I would watch see if some volume comes into 120s or 125s. But right now it wasn't setting up quite in. Let me see what their volume is. Yeah, I would go with like both the 120, 125s, both in that area look good. But again, be cautious. That was a very big move. We're looking for a continuation or breakout on AFRM. Can't not talk about Netflix. Netflix, big moves, and look, I actually really like that it's sitting here consolidating a bit. Anything, so Netflix is a little bit harder to play because it can be very volatile. It's very liquid, but those option prices are pretty expensive. Two different plays to take this is on the above the close from Friday, which would bring us right back in here, or on a breakout of the 606.30 in Netflix. So take a look at Netflix, and the 600s have a lot of volume. The next ones out that really have decent volume are the 625s, and that's quite a ways out there. So take a look at Netflix. All right, that is it for me here this morning. Again, I will be out all day. If you have any questions, please send me an email, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com, or send me a private message. I'll be monitoring it and kind of hanging out because although I won't be at work, I will probably be more bored a good portion of the day. All right, I will see you soon.